Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with my live reaction to My Hero Academia, Chapter 350. Um, yeah, a bit of a milestone going on here. Um, it's called Flames. Deku's still trying to get, to the main battle against Tomura, and we've got a lot of other stuff going on. Yeah, we had the tease of Dabi finally revealing to Shoto like why he's the way he is. So maybe we'll get that in this chapter. This voice belongs to. It has already started, hasn't it? The police station. Hey, this dude must have the ape quirk or something. Gorilla quirk? Shut it. The number of officers has reduced significantly. It's as clear as day. Oh, it's the doctor. Everything was for this moment. We had to search for so long, all for those small, stunted seeds. Okay, now we're back with Dabi. Okay. Those few wicked seeds, worthy of being vessels. 11 years ago, Sokoto Peak. Hot, hot. No, I don't want to die. I still haven't. And he's trying to get to the water. So this is definitely Dabi. Shown him what I can really do. He too was another child tossed away for harboring a bit of darkness. Forget darkness. It's almost like he had the entire world from the very beginning. It was everything. Oh, so he actually came personally to talk to him? So they must have reconstructed him, or are those still from the burns? Get well soon, Mr. Sleepyhead. They got the cranes. Oh, I love that because that is a Japanese tradition. Let's see here. I was like, where am I? Why am I still alive? Ah, he's awake. Mr. Sleepyhead woke up. Wait, who are these two? What is this place? Is this my voice? Hello, silly. Sense. Or sensei. I didn't even see the I because of the exclamation marks. Mr. Sleepyhead. 3 years. He's sleeping for 3 whole years. What? Damn. So he must have hit puberty. That's why he doesn't. That's why his voice changed. I didn't know since I only recently came here, but since they told me. 3 years? What happened to me? I was at Sokoto Peak when I burned up and I have to go back. This is Sensei, Mr. Flower, cartoony flower face. You can't do that. Why not? You live here now with everyone else. All of these guys will become your new family. I'm sure you'll warm up to them quickly. Huh? Hold on a second. I gotta go home. My dad, he was probably busy and couldn't come to see me, right? Nobody knows where you are, dude. Surely he's worried sick about me. I did everything. I did something terrible. I said something terrible. I need to apologize to Mom and the others. I just want Dad to look at me again. I'm afraid that won't be possible anymore. So now we're getting AFO. Your body was burned to almost nothing. Putting you back together was quite the extreme procedure. All the partially destroyed tissue has been grafted on to speed up your recovery. Okay, so that is the reason. There's burn scars all over your face, and you've undergone some drastic changes, but at least you're still alive. What are you saying? I don't understand. Changes? You won't be able to use your powers like before. You have sustained grave damage in several organs. Your somatic nervous system is impaired, causing sensations like pain to become duller. Your body has become weaker. You will never go back to how you were before. Oh. You would have wanted, we would have wanted you to join our ranks prior to all this. We put so much work into you, but alas, You were a failure. And now he's thinking of his own times as that happening again. Oh, did that hit a nerve? How pitiful your life must have been. But we may be able to restore your firepower to what it was before. What do you think? You can become a part of our family, go to classes, have fun. Shut up. I have no intention of learning from any other man. It was too late to show him the way. He was too burned out already. Even him who controls everything found it impossible to manipulate that obsession he had for his father. So, they were nothing more than spares in case anything happened to Shigaraki Tomura. Ah. An incredible, strong, yet deformed sapling, filled with hatred. The perfect vessel for the Demon King. Dabi was one of those spares, but he had a failed creation, or was a failed creation. Why are you Actually, what are you trying to say? So Officer Ape here is like, what you talking about, Dr. Robotnik? Is this another one of those boring AFO had it all planned from the beginning histories? This story is just a warning from me to you that thing lives in a world detached even from ours. The reason we let him go was because his body, after waking up, it shouldn't have even lasted a month. Oh, damn. When that broker brought him in, we were genuinely surprised. Why did you come back? Why are you still alive? Yujiko-san, it was you, wasn't it? The one who kept me alive this long? I wanted to hear Dabi's real motives, so I brought him in when we got a chance to talk privately. So you figured out why you're still alive. I'm over the moon. Look at this living corpse over here. I can get a good solid idea of what y'all did to me back then. The reason I came back here is because this is the perfect spot for a funeral. That looks at it all. This boy that overcame even death was held together only by the flames of vengeance. Shoto, I did go back home. Although my body was weaker than before and I didn't have anything to look forward to in life anymore, I still want to be recognized by him, but even a little bit I wanted to change. I wanted to see that change. I was reminded once again. 3 years passed. Even that same story continued. So he saw that he had a memorial site. Of the reason why I was born, I'm just a defective product. My life has no meaning. My family has already my family has already moved on from me. When you cross certain limits, the things that used to shape you lose all meaning. Oh God, I think his body's starting to deteriorate. I devoted myself just to make my flame stronger. I couldn't face him while being weak. Even as the body burned and rotted, or this body burned and rotted, I could no longer feel anything. I've seen many of his moves. Shoto-kun, it's too hot. You wanted to die from the start? Every time he protected the city, every time the crowds cheered for him, my heart pounded like crazy. Toya died, and Dabi was born. Heat is energy born from all things in creation, springing forth and moving. AFO who tried to live forever could never have it. The kind of heat that you can only drive you towards death. Something even the Demon Lord gave up on. The fatal flames of insanity. So yeah, he is completely losing it now. He's standing and I think melting the All Might statue. Yeah, he's becoming a black bass. The, the wounds and burns are just spreading. Flash fire fist! I'll burn everything precious to him down to the ground. That will be the proof that I ever existed. Like I'm going to let you do that, spiraling flames collide. And it'll be on break next week. Okay. So now we know the full story of how Dabi survived. It was Yujiko, or whatever his name is. His true name, the Doctor. I mean, makes sense. But interesting that so many people, much like Dabi, were meant to be backups for Tomura. Interesting. But, as they said, Dabi, given the horrific power of flames that he had, and it was just wreaking havoc on his body, to the point where, much of his skin had to be grafted on from donors. He had internal organ damage, and they only barely got him to, stay alive, and he had been comatose basically for 3 years. So it's like, that's a harrowing story. So it comes as a heavy blow to be able to even say that what he's doing is entirely bad, because he still wants to show his existence, even though, his time is only limited. Which is just sad. But, I mean, he's done horrible things. So, I mean, you can't completely forgive the guy. But, at least where he was started, his restart, kind of, before he took on the full identity of Dabi and realized that his family had moved on without him. You could kind of at least be somewhat sympathetic, but beyond that, the era of Dabi is a dark one that we cannot really say was a positive thing for his course of life. But yeah, it seemed like Dabi is pouring on the fire as hot as he can possibly get it. Yujiko is telling Officer Ape, all of this, which I'm wondering if he's going to relay it to somebody that's nearby. And, know that, all they need to do is basically just wait Dabi out, because it seems like he's on his final legs. I mean, if he even has legs after a little while, I mean, like I said, when he used his flames the last time, and he's probably only gotten stronger since then, yeah, he's gonna burn, and he's gonna burn hard. And using, the techniques that, Endeavor used that usually always put him into an overheat, Dabi being that much more, extreme of flames, yeah, this is going to burn him permanently, and I imagine he's not going to survive much longer. I'll give him about 30 minutes in universe time. But unless Shoto does kind of prolong him using, his ice powers, but I'm not sure if that would really have much of an effect, because they probably would just melt almost instantaneously or break, depending on if the flames just the heat just kind of makes them start breaking off like a glacier. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But Shoto is determined to, stop his brother. And Dabi is determined to put a mark on the world that will show that he existed. It may just be a burnt mark on the floor, but it'll be his burnt mark. But anyway. So, let me know your own thoughts and opinions on this. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet it out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. Also, I've got a few other videos today. I've got 3 others: a Pokemon video, Unordinary, and One Piece. So go check those out. They should all be up by now. And yeah, as always, later days. And until next time, Quiche-lings. Dabi gonna burn, burning so bright. Is he gonna leave that mark on history? We won't know tonight.